I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
Unbelievable. Hey, listen, you gotta be very careful who you work with, ladies and gentlemen.
That is so true.
This is, oddly enough, A Strange Kind of Love by the band Peter Murphy, or maybe the person Peter Murphy. Who is this for?
This is for the big homie, CSN.
Why does that name sound familiar to me?
Because he's done a bunch of songs with us.
Okay. For timely topical political commentary that are shot and completely edited by moi, you can go to Middle America with Vin and Sori. If you want to be part of that community, it's facebook.com/AmericaMiddle. And tell the beautiful people how they can get their song reviewed. Okay, I'll do it. So, there are multiple ways to get your song reviewed, dear listener. My favorite one is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon, where you get exposed to the alliances. An alliance leader will come and try to recruit you. Alliances are... Yeah, I know, I see. Alliances are... alliances are groups that are basically genre specific. They like certain genres, and then you can pull your points together and get a song reviewed. On top of that, there's a cool community. You get to meet Kellandros, you get to meet Zonia, you get to meet Leah, you get to meet Pony, depending on what alliance you end up in. When the website pops up, you'll have access to the backstage area. There's Dungeons and Dragons, there's Minecraft, there's pretty much anything and everything in that underground bunker. Now, if you are a filthy capitalist and you don't want to work at a team and you don't want to negotiate with an alliance, then what you can do is the Fast Pass option, 125, gets you right to the head of the line where you get your song reviewed. And that is what the big homie CSN did. You do that 3 times, you get bumped down to the $75 rate, and then you also get a lifetime pass to the VIP section, ultra restricted section of the website, which will have stuff from yours truly and all the rest of it. Okay.
Okay, this is not... We gotta stop it.
Okay, so we're back. This is A Strange Kind of Love, Peter Gabriel.
Okay.
Let's do it.
A strange kind of love, a strange kind of feeling swims through your eyes, and like the doors to a wide, vast dominion, they open to your cries. This is no terror ground or place for the rage. No broken hearts, whitewashed lies. Just a taste for the truth, perfect taste, choice and meaning. A look into your eyes. Blind to the gemstone, alone, a smile from a frown circles round. Should he stay or should he go? Let him shout a rage so strong, a rage that knows no right or wrong, and take a little piece of you. There is no middle ground, or that's how it seems, for us to walk or to take. Instead we tumble down, either side, left or right, to love or to hate.
What'd you think?
Some of the instruments in there sounded like Zelda. I thought.
Okay.
Is he talking about? First of all, this music and the sound of his voice and stuff, I don't know, had a strange sort of sound to it, like almost like you were walking through galaxies or something like that, like somewhere else. But then, is he talking about like when he? It sounded to me like it was like. Almost like kind of like love is kind of like a gamble. Like you don't know which way you're going to go. There is no middle ground, or that's how it seems for us to walk or take. Instead, we tumble down either side, left or right, to love or to hate.
Yeah.
Like almost like there's no guarantee what's going to happen, and it's not really anything about choice. It's just you're either going to fall in love or you're going to fall down hate.
Well, it seems like the relationship he's describing, they're very, it's two very extreme people.
Oh.
So they don't. There's no middle ground. Either they really love each other or they really hate each other. But there's, they haven't really grown to where they can work in the middle. So like, that's how it seems for us to walk or to take. Instead, they tumble down. So they can't walk. They've got to tumble down, and it's got to either be on the left or the right. They fall in love or they fall in hate of each other, I guess. Which, obviously does not make for a long-lasting relationship. Because it's so volatile. But there's people that romanticize that type of volatility. And I don't think he's romanticizing it though. I think he's recognizing that it's probably problematic for them in their relationship. Blind to the gemstone alone, a smile from a frown circles round. Should he stay or should he go? Let him shout a rage so strong, a rage that knows no right or wrong, and take a little piece of you. Yeah, this is a very volatile relationship for sure. What were you smiling at?
What do you mean? Which part? I didn't remember smiling.
Or I think you laughed at something where I said there's no compromise in the relationship or whatever.
Oh, no, just when you were talking about volatile relationships and stuff, and like how some people...
I wouldn't describe our relationship as volatile. I mean, we're obviously fighting right now, but I don't think that it's we're in a volatile relationship.
No, it was just funny to hear you explain that, because I don't think of... Like, I guess, yes, like, if you have a relationship that goes from love to hate, like, I can see how that would be volatile, but I think that, I don't know. Oh, boy.
What? Go ahead.
No, it's just that, like, always in my relationships, even if I was super angry at the person, I would hide it and stuff. So I feel like
what relationship is this? Where you would hide it? You hide when you're angry?
Not with you.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying, and all except for with you. And so I feel like I'm like, well, I mean, with you, it's if I'm mad, you're gonna know it.
So you're saying you internally you were this type of relationship, but your other relationships you didn't allow yourself to be angry.
Well, yeah, if I was upset about something... Well, you know what? If I was upset about something, I felt like the relationship was volatile, so I didn't want to express it too much, because I didn't want to...
You didn't want to burn the house down?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Well, I think the second verse is probably closer to yours then. There is no terror ground or place for the rage, no broken hearts, whitewashed lies, just a taste for the truth. Perfect taste, choice, and meaning, a look into your eyes. So I think...
Yeah.
It's funny because we read this backwards, but
yeah.
it seems like there's an actual progression here. If you read it from top to bottom, there's a progression here. It starts off with a strange kind of love, a strange kind of feeling swims through your eyes, and like the doors to a wide, vast dominion, they open to your prize. So far, so good in the first stanza. But then as they really get to know each other, there's no terror ground or place for the rage, no broken hearts, just whitewashed lies, just a taste for the truth, perfect taste, choice, and meaning, a look into your eyes. So, like, you're starting to see there's a problem, because there's no place for the anger and all that stuff for the relationship to happen. So this is like describing you and your previous relationships. You're saying like you kept it all silent, and there were whitewashed lies, where homeboy was lying to you for X amount of time or whatever. But then you were not able to express your rage, and then the last two stanzas, now that she's with me, she's decided to express her rage.
Yeah.
So kind of that progression is kind of your. Yeah, we were talking about this in one of our walks recently. We were talking about. I said, "Who's the happiest couple that you know?" And then we had a hard time like figuring stuff out. And then I mentioned this other couple, and you were like, "Yeah, they're so happy they sleep in separate beds." Like it's true, they got different rooms, and they don't sleep together, which is just weird to me. But I don't know. I said maybe when you get mega old, you're.
They're not mega old.
I mean.
They're older, yeah.
65.
Yeah, but I
70.
think they've been separated like that for a while.
How do you know?
It just
I knew them
like,
a lot better than you.
Yeah. And you were the one that said they were happy.
Yeah. Because they are happy. I don't think that you have to sleep in the same bed. Like, honestly...
Look. I've seen the way she looks at him.
So have I.
Yeah. Then there's have you ever seen her not happy with him?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. I've seen them fight.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
But that doesn't mean that they're...
Yeah, I know, but they don't what have you ever seen them do that made them look like they were happy together? Like they were together and they were making it work, but they didn't look happy to be together. It's not like they were trying to find each other in a room or...
They're 60. They've been married for almost 50 years.
Okay, well they're completely happy together, and I hope you have that type of relationship when we get to be 65.
Well, sweetheart, I mean...
Get separate beds when we move, I guess.
Well, I mean... a couple days ago I was listening to my, Farrakhan or whatever, and you didn't have your headphones or whatever.
Earplugs.
So I just went to the other room.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I was here. Actually, I was sitting in that little chair there listening to my... Listen to Brother Minister talk about the mother plane, the mother ship. But I mean, I don't really read into that what you read into it. But the people can do what they want with this. But like the bed is very important to you, so you're going to interpret, oh, they're sleeping in separate rooms or whatever is this horrible thing. I'm not necessarily sure. I've never asked them why they're like that.
I asked.
What'd they say?
She said because he snores.
Okay.
They both get better rest.
Well, yeah, so what if they sat down and said, okay, when I can't sleep...
Physically, I would get better rest if you were somewhere else. Emotionally, I wouldn't.
Right. So but I mean, who knows? Maybe in 40 years you're going to say, all right, Vin, you're stalking around at night, you got the restless leg thing, I can't deal with it, just go to the other room, I'll see you in the morning. Like, I don't necessarily see that as a bad thing. Like, if I were to say to myself, what if they both looked at each other and was like, yo, why are we fighting every morning? And then she finally figured it out that they're fighting every morning because he snores so loud, she can't sleep, so she gets mega irritable in the morning, and then, she won't cook him a sandwich, right? And then she shows up with her own sandwich, and he's just left to waste away. What if she says... Oh, we figured it out. It's because I'm not getting enough sleep. So what if she says, okay, you sleep over there, I sleep over there, and so then when we're awake, we can actually be with each other and not be angry at each other. Isn't that a better play? I think that's a better play. I just think it's a little bit outside of the box, but I think that's a better play. Then what are they supposed to do? So tell me, what's the alternative? Like, is he supposed to stay in the room, keep her up all night, and then she's miserable and angry in the morning? And for what? Isn't it better for their relationship that they not sleep in the same room?
Okay, so you want to try that? You're going to sleep in another room for a week?
Well, look, you know how my mind works. I don't really care about tradition. Like, that's not my thing. Tradition is not my thing. These are all crazy conventions that we come up to and we bind ourselves to. Like, where does the Bible say that you have to sleep in the same room as your spouse? Like, to me, if you've got 24 hours in a day, 8 of which you're sleeping... Right? So if she says, let's take advantage of the whatever, I'm horrible at math, 16 hours. So let's enjoy, let's get as much enjoyment out of the 16 hours as we possibly can of conscious time with each other. And so the way to accomplish that goal is for them to sleep in separate rooms. Why is that a bad thing?
Because then there's no cuddling at night.
Well,
other things.
I mean... Yeah, I'm not even going to go there with that couple because I don't want that visual. But I mean, there's ways around that. I don't know. It just seems very practical to me, and very, you know, to me, everything is on the table. Like, you know, obviously, you know, from a scriptural perspective, everything is on the table. So I don't see the problem with it. But I know that you know, there are certain ideals that you have to where it would not be beneficial to do that.
The fact that you're okay with saying, yeah, I would totally just go sleep in another room, no problem, is upsetting.
Really? So then it would be better if they were fighting for, you know, 3 out of the 16 conscious hours they were together because she's tired and can't sleep. See, to me, the fact that you wouldn't do that would be upsetting. Because I would say, don't you want to maximize the amount of time you have with the person to enjoy each other? So to me, it looks unloving because that's being sacrificed on the altar of convention. Whereas I'm looking at it like, what is your goal? If your goal is to spend as much time as possible happy with each other, then who cares? You're unconscious for the majority of your sleep. Who cares? But you put so much metaphorical import into that concept that it would be impossible. I mean, I would never do it because of where you are, but I see the logic in it, and it makes perfect sense. But I just want you to answer that question. Is that better that they are fighting for, you know, 2 or 3 hours unnecessarily so that they can sleep
are
together?
they really fighting for 2 to 3 hours because of the sleep thing?
Well, yeah, she's very annoyed in the morning and very, you know, she wakes up angry.
Well, we don't know. This is just a made-up story.
It's not a made-up story. She said he was snoring.
Yeah.
That's not a made-up story.
Doesn't mean that she's getting up and she's angry and they fight for 3 hours. You added that.
I've seen her without sleep. And she's not a very nice lady to be around. I mean, I've seen them bicker at each other. I've been around their place for, I mean, I've seen them bickering.
Yeah. But what?
It was actually pretty funny.
I've seen them bicker too.
I thought it was pretty funny.
I liked it when she got a little fight.
She was making some sort of sandwich or something like that, and he made some comment, and she said, "Well, what is that to you? It's my sandwich," she says. I'd never seen that before. I don't know. It makes complete sense to me. But again, you have to know your spouse. You know, like she is kind of like, you know, he was in the military, so he spent a lot of time away from them anyway. Mm-hmm. Well, not really away from them because they used to be stationed wherever. He never really got deployed, so that doesn't work. But I just think that, you know, he's a very pragmatic guy. He's not very emotional. He's not very, you know, he's just a, you know, and so she knew that that's who she was marrying, you know, and I think she's adapted to that. I'm saying I would never do it just because I know who I'm married to.
Yes, and I hate that answer. It's not like I would never do it because I want to cuddle with you. It's
what?
Like, that's no big thing. Who cares?
Is that what I said? It's no big thing? Why would I do it?
So then there would be less fighting the next day.
So that we could enjoy the maximum amount of conscious time together. That's what I said. Right?
I don't like it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Is like, you're characterizing it as me saying, hey, I don't care if we cuddle.
That's how it feels. Because
right.
You didn't say.
There's how you feel, and then there's actual reality.
I would really miss cuddling, but I would like to have the maximum amount of time with you the next day.
It doesn't matter even if I would have said that. Because you would still reconstrue it as I just don't care. Oh no, I know it because it's happened on a multitude of occasions. You take what I say and then you run it through your filter. I don't think you're necessarily being dishonest. I just think you feel a certain way, and because you feel a certain way, that's reality, and you have no curiosity as to whether or not, well, is that actually really what he's saying? So then I have to repeat myself a million times. But I'm glad I have a video record of this discussion because it's Exhibit A through Z. Unbelievable. What a world we're in, ladies and gentlemen. But either way.
So the song is called A Strange Kind of Love.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Who is this? CSN that afflicted us with this song. It's really ironic. God's got a sense of humor. You got to give him that. Mm-hmm. You got to give him that. Mm-hmm. What do you give the song?
-8. No, that's my mood. I don't know, it had an interesting sound to it. Ugh, you go.
It's an 8.5 for me. It would have, I don't know. Look, the strength of this song in my mind was the lyrics, because one, it painted some very graphic pictures with the way that he uses language, which I think is very, very difficult to do. Try it sometime. But when he talks about the gemstone and tumbling down the mountain, taste for truth, all that, you can actually, I could see it anyway. Like he said, don't watch the video, and I was kind of like watching the video on the side, and then you highlighted that, and I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna watch the video. And he's right; it was a lot better not watching the video. And it was a very. This is a kind of interesting relationship song, because it really highlights the human condition in a very unique and very truthful way, with a lot of layers to it, and talks about progressions in certain types of relationships. So the strength of it gets it at 8.5. The sound really didn't do much for me, but that's kind of late 80s, early 90s, let me see, what is this, 1989 type pop. But lyrically, I thought it was pretty intelligent. So it's an 8.5 for me.
8.2 for me.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Vin Al.
Sorry, Al.
Gone.
Eyes. And like the doors to a wide, vast dominion, they open to your cries. This is no terror ground or place for the rage. No broken hearts, whitewashed lies. Just a taste for the truth, perfect taste, choice and meaning. A look into your eyes. Blind to the gemstone, alone, a smile from a frown circles round. Should he stay or should he go? Let him shout a rage so strong, a rage that knows no right or wrong, and take a little piece of you. There is no middle ground, or that's how it seems, for us to walk or to take. Instead we tumble down, either side, left or right, to love